T, we're set for football. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback as over the end line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete to John Ross.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Chris Olave.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Packers at 13-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. This complete to Jones.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And got his man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on fourth down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Got Dobbs over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to move back in front.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson. 32 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Watson. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quick. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On play action, it's Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's complete to Dobbs. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. after the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the official.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now receiver in motion left.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. In motion left is Watkins. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs.
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On play action, now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And he He put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, he's going to let it fly.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Rodgers to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers,
they finish things off in style. Put it